Okay. Right, evening everyone. Welcome. Thank you for coming. Just to let you know that the mics aren't for you to hear. This is being live streamed tonight, so it's for the live streaming. Okay. So, for those of you who don't know me, I'll have to look over the top of my glasses. My name's Jane Pigeon, and as Chair of the East Midlands Regional Council, I want to welcome you to our Volunteers Evening. It's always great to be able to recognise and award the volunteers in our sport who give their time and benefit to others week in, week out, year in, year out. And plagiarising Chris's comments here, he wrote last year, those who will be recognised through this awards programme serve as an inspiration to others who might be starting out on their volunteering discovery or who may be thinking about getting involved to benefit in the physical and mental well-being of others, whatever their age, background or ability. This has been a strong year for nominations and they have all been reviewed by an external panel. And it was great to see that one of our councillors has won an award, but unfortunately they can't be here tonight. 2 of the categories went to a live public vote, which was the first time that's happened this year. And it's also great to have some of the EA staff here to provide support for our evening. So to introduce them, we've got Chris Jones, CEO of England Athletics.
I'll go now.
Don't get him started or you'll never leave tonight. Matthew Dalton, Chair of the National Council. I'll just go through the names. Got Tracy Francis, Participation Programme Manager. Natasha Aldridge, Member Engagement Officer. Heidi Bradley, who is the Club Support Manager, who we've got to thank for tonight. And then at the back, we've got Nicola Evans, who's the Digital Communications Executive, and Dan Barber, who's our videographer for the evening. A lot of them. So we've got 8 awards to present this evening, and the awards will be presented by 2 of the regional councillors from our region, along with Matthew Dalton and Heidi Bradley, with some of the EA staff doing a Q&A with the winners and runners-up. So this is the second year that EA have worked hard to provide sustainably sourced trophies in line with their sustainability policy. So that's really great. And as I said, it's going to be live streamed to those who can't be here tonight so that your family and any other club members can watch afterwards or during. And we will have some photographs taken at the end. So I'll now hand over to Matthew to open our evening. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jane, and much to Chris's surprise, I shall not be speaking for 45 minutes because he does tend to wind me up about going on a little bit too long. But what I shall say, this event's not about me, it's not about EA, it's not about Jane, it's not about Chris, it's about you. Because you, just like all the rest of the volunteers from across the whole country, we've got 9 different regions, and this is the 3rd event, I think, of those 9, are absolutely integral to our sport, and they make our sport tick day in, day out. It doesn't matter whether you're serving teas and coffees, chairing your club, coaching, team managing, officiating, cross-country, off-track, on-track. What you do is absolutely critical, and that makes it therefore one of my favourite nights of the year. I've got the privilege of chairing my own event like this in Bury St Edmunds in a few weeks' time, 6th of October, I believe, and that will be wonderful as well. And of course, that's quite different to tonight because I know everybody in the room. And I did say to someone earlier, it's very refreshing to meet lots of new volunteers that I haven't met before. So good luck to everybody for tonight. I will briefly talk about regional councils, and of course Jane is the chair of the local one here, and you've got other regional councillors in the room. If you're interested in joining a regional council, this is a perfect moment to put your name forward, because we're about to launch the elections for 2025. Those councils, one of their jobs, of course, is to run events like this alongside the paid staff who've done a fantastic job bringing this together. But it's also an integral way for us to talk, for the centre of EA to talk to regions, to talk to counties, to talk to clubs about what's happening in the sport, but also for those bodies at a local level, whether you're a club or a county or working on a regional level, to feed back the issues that are happening in our sport, because the only way we will improve our sport is by having that two-way dialogue. So if you're really interested in our sport and you're doing something at a club level, perhaps chairing your club, you're looking for something else beyond that, then do come forward in those elections, and the information will be on our website, the EA website, very soon about those elections in early 2024 and in 2025. Sorry. And the final thing I will say about those elections in 2025, I know that we are going to sadly lose your wonderful chair, who has been on a regional council since, I presume, 2017 for two full 8-year terms, and is chairing your council and working with Jane alongside the England Council. I know how committed she is to this region and how committed she is to this sport. And so, because I won't get the opportunity at the end, because Chris will speak to you at the very end of this ceremony, I'd like to say a big thank you and well done to Jane for all her hard work over the last 8 years, and I think perhaps she deserves a recognition. And that, you'll be glad to know, is it. We start with Jane for the first award.
Oh, follow that if you can. Right, so the first award tonight is Newcomer to Volunteering. This award recognises the achievements of those within affiliated clubs who have begun volunteering within the last 3 years. And the runner-up for this award is Cartwright. So, a little bit about Ellie. As an accomplished splinter who had to take time out for surgery for an injury, Ellie has continued to support her club by coaching and mentoring under 11 and under 13 at sprints and relays, and assisted in a programme of sport for disabled athletes. She has worked hard to become a starter and starter's assistant, and is currently aiming for level 2. She has performed well at club and county level and received well-earned praise from high-level officials. She believes in paying back the opportunities the sport has given her by coaching, officiating, and taking on administration roles at schools, club and county events. We'll now have a video. So, Ellie, would you like to come up and get your award, please? Go that way so you don't trip over the wires. Over to Tracy.
The new volunteer. So, what is volunteering? How is it actually changed your life in athletics?
Well, I started athletics as an athlete myself quite a few years ago now, and I got injured, so I couldn't actually compete as an athlete, but volunteering gave me that chance to still stay in the community that had given me so much.
Brilliant. And, what inspired you to start coaching and mentoring, particularly the young athletes?
Well, that would be my coach, Sue. She's always been so supportive of me, and to have that opportunity to do it myself, and while I couldn't do it, it was great.
Super, thank you. Well done.
Thank you.
Right, now on to the winner for newcomer to volunteering. So, Victoria's journey into volunteering began as a parent bringing her daughter to training. Cold and bored, as you would be, she asked if she could make a cup of coffee. This led to the chair asking her to make and sell drinks and confectionery on club nights. A natural progression from this was organising the provision of refreshments for officials and volunteers at club events. This then led on to other roles, as of course it always does, including collecting training fees and managing the sale of club kit. Her roles are key to providing vital sources of income which contributes to the sustainability of the club. Victoria is also a first aider and recently took on the welfare officer role. So now we'll see something on Victoria.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
There we go. And I'm afraid you get
Thank you.
Come on over, Victoria. Congratulations on your win. Did you ever imagine that offering to make a cup of coffee would lead to such a central role in the club?
No, I didn't. No, it's been amazing though. I really enjoy everything that I do there. The club are very supportive, and I feel quite honoured really to be involved. It's quite a family feeling there.
What motivated you to take on so many roles?
Probably Pat saying, "Do you want to?" and not being able to say no. No, it's so rewarding. I do find it really rewarding being involved with the club. Obviously, you get these young athletes coming down, and the first session welcoming into the club, and then selling them the vest and seeing them grow. And yeah, it's really rewarding. I love it.
And finally then, if you could give a piece of advice to another parent like you who is sat in the cold and the rain to start volunteering, what would it be?
Yeah, just do it, get involved. It's so rewarding, and you really feel like you're helping, and just seeing everybody grow, and it's a great family to be involved in.
Well done. Congratulations.
On the right page.
It's there ready for you.
Okie dokie.
Okay, our next award is Community Project of the Year. This award celebrates how clubs, run-together groups and associated partners engage with and support different sectors within their local areas. It showcases how projects linked to athletics and running groups have a positive effect on their community. This year, this category was shortlisted by our panel, and then these top nominations were put into a live public vote. The clubs that have been shortlisted are Mansfield Harriers and Links Run Club. National Sports Weeks enabled the collaboration of Harborough AC and a local primary school to provide week-long activities where children of all abilities were encouraged and involved in sport and to have fun. Encouraged to get involved in sport and have fun. Getting tongue-tied here. Many of the club's volunteers have been actively engaged with schools in the wider community over the last 12 months, all positively raising awareness of the club and resulting in increased junior memberships. Mansfield Harriers hold an annual Come and Have a Go Day, which showcases the facilities available and provides an opportunity for the community to experience athletic activities in a fun environment. It also serves as a way to promote the club and recruit new members. Families can try something new and have fun doing it, ranging from high jump, howler javelin to sprint starts and even speed bounce. The open days have allowed the community to see the impact of the £160,000 investment following 10 years of neglect and no maintenance of the track. The Links Run Club members have supported a series of events helping to raise funds and make a real difference in the lives of people who use St Barnabas Hospice. This has included a Club 10K trail race and guided runs around the Hart Trail, which are a fantastic example of the community coming together to enjoy running. Members have also supported a torchlight parade in Lincoln, and the chair of the club completed an event running 5K every hour for 24 hours, with the support of club members and the wider community. Now we're going to see a video of all three.
So back in the summer, around about May time, we were approached by Jessica Rowntree, who is the PE lead at one of the local primary schools. And they are very actively involved in National Sports Week. We agreed, first of all, that it'd be really good if we hosted, and we actually launched National Sports Week at the schools. So we led the school assembly, and we had the opportunity to talk about the club, what we're involved in, what athletics is all about, the sorts of things that we get involved in training with all our sort of junior members. So after the assembly, we were asked to host a development workshop where some of our coaches came along for a couple of hours, and we worked with years 3 and 4, 5 and 6 children. Some of those have been selected to represent the school at the inter-area schools athletic event, and we were asked to prepare them. So the sort of finale is their end of year sports day. We did a sort of rehearsal with the younger ones. So for a whole morning we took them through the sports day activities, what they could expect, and the sort of logistics of moving all the children around 13 different activities. And then on sports day itself, where we had again 390 children involved, 13 different stations, and we had a team of coaches there supporting the teachers on some of the events, such as the team relay, the standing long jump, the howler throw, and also the longer distance. From the club's perspective, we had some really, really good feedback. Some of the children came and joined our summer camps, which we ran in August, and we've also grown our membership from children at the school. So yeah, all in all, I think it was a great partnership for both the school and for the club.
St Barnabas supports over 12,000 people affected by life-limiting or terminal illnesses across Lincolnshire, providing free, high-quality end-of-life care. We have supported them by raising awareness through a variety of activities.
Providing support for their challenge runners.
Donated all the money from our 10k raise.
Supported the Torchlight Parade.
Running through the city and lighting over 1,000 torches.
Led groups around the park trail supporting over 40 years of care.
Ran 5Ks every hour for 24 hours and we've raised over £1,100 providing input for 5 hours of care.
Pretty hard to separate those. I'm glad it was a live vote. Blimey. Okay, so our third place winner for this category is... representatives of Links Run Club. Have we got them? Yes, excellent. Well done, sir.
Thank you very much.
Many congratulations.
Thank you.
So much more than a running club, providing a social service, a place of belonging to the community. What does this award mean to you?
It's fantastic to be recognised for the hard work the club members put out, for the stuff we do in the community that helps the wider community and gets people recognised in running.
And what next for Links Run Club?
We're still supporting St Barnabas, and as we progress into the year when they hold their fundraising events, we're going to help them. We've just trained 2 people to be guide runners, so hopefully we're going to start guide running as well within the club.
And recruiting volunteers, no issue with that at all?
No, we're absolutely fine. We get people who join the club, they enjoy it, and then they move on to run lead in coaching committee places. It's all good.
Brilliant. Congratulations and well done.
Thank you very much.
All the best.
In second place for this category is... representatives of Hampshire Harriers. Well done.
Thank you.
Hello, Matt. Hi, Chris. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Once again recognised for the sterling work at the club, and we're now a few years on from you returning to Berry Hill Park. What's the summer season been like for you all?
Busy, which is absolutely great, isn't it? That's the way you want to be. Lots of events, people booking the facility. That does put extra pressure on volunteers, of course. So we're always needing volunteers, and that's what this is all about tonight. But yeah, been absolutely great year.
And what does Mansfield Harriers mean to you? Why is it such a special place?
Oh, just the family feel to it. I've been part of the Harriers since I was 11 years old, gone through the competitions myself, and then, yeah, wanted to give something back to the club.
And what next for the club? What's coming during the autumn, winter months?
We've obviously got the English National Cross Country Relays coming up very soon. We've got a programme of local school cross country events. And before you know it, we'll be back into another season on the track and field. So, as you probably know, it's non-stop all the way. But that's good. But it does make for a lot of tired people. But we keep trying to go. But we need more people coming into volunteering.
Well, congratulations, and thanks for everything you continue to do for our great sport, and onwards.
Absolute
Well done.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Well done.
The winner of our Community Project of the Year award is... Harborough 80.
Many congratulations. Many congratulations. Well done. Such an important project, particularly a few years on from the pandemic. Much has been made of the kind of demise or decline of the quality and quantity of physical activity in school sport across the country. Hopefully some new policies in the coming weeks will make some difference in that respect. But, tell us a bit more about the drivers behind the project. Who individually, collectively, whose idea was it?
Well, I guess it was it was initiated by myself, but then it was an absolute team effort. So we have a team of 7 junior coaches. All of them were involved in the whole event. So, right from the assembly, we did the workshop, we did the rehearsal of the sport. So we spent 1.5 weeks working with over 390 children. And it was amazing.
And so, what next, I think, is my question. What will come next from this project? What are you excited about?
Well, we've grown our membership from 26 to 130 in 2 years, I think. So, we're looking at, dare I say it, we're looking at a couch to 2K for some of our kids in primary schools. So that's perhaps our next project.
Or maybe a run together group for younger runners, looking at Tracy here, who leads the programme as well. So inevitably you're going to need a few more volunteers, I would have thought, as the membership grows and that. So fingers crossed, or are you confident you're going to be in a good situation there?
I think we're very inclusive. I mean, we're a relatively small club. I'm going to say we do not have a track or anything like that at all. But in terms of, we're a very strong community. So we've got parents, we've got family, friends, and it is an incredibly supportive club all round.
Well, we wish you all the very best as we move towards the kind of indoor season. I guess opportunity to go indoors and do some run, jump, throw, sports, all type activities and that. Is that the plan?
Yeah, we move indoors in 2 weeks' time. So we used one of the local schools, 2 of their sports halls, and that's our autumn-winter season for our juniors.
Fantastic. Keep it up. Thanks for everything you're doing. Congratulations. Well done. Well done.
So our next award of the night is Club Leader of the Year, and I know personally, having chaired my own club some years ago, just the stresses and strains it comes with the territory of being the leader of a club. So it's fantastic I get to present this. This award celebrates the achievements during the last 12 months of those within a club leadership role. It highlights the important work of those in the key role, celebrating the impact of their work in making their club a success. And the runner-up for this award is Lee Snutch. As Birstall Running Club's membership secretary and kit manager, Melanie seems to be the go-to person for everything. Membership applications are dealt with immediately, and the club database has been upgraded to include emergency contacts that can be shared as needed. Melanie is always receptive to ideas and has vastly improved the club kit options during her time in her role. She keeps accurate records of stock and sales and has developed relationships with various suppliers. Melanie has also worked hard on club standards, keeping the committee informed of club standard status and the actions required. Come on down, Melanie.
Well done, Melanie. What are your secrets to success? What makes an effective club leader?
As soon as the membership forms come in, you have to get them processed straight away, signed up to England Athletics, and they can get out running with the club. Yeah. That's right, yeah.
Well done, well done. Yeah. And in terms of people that support you in the role, are there a team of people that help you, or are you doing it all on your own?
Part of the committee, so I get a lot of support. Each person does their own thing, but I do keep the England Athletics standards up to date, and the kit, processing orders for the winter kit now, hybrid. So yeah, keep up.
This was not set up, by the way. This is genuine. This is genuine. It's great. Let's keep going. And what motivates you to get involved or got involved in the first place to keep going?
Well, I've been involved in running for over 20 years. Not as fast as I used to be now because of injuries, but just give people the opportunity to get into it. Running, walking, whatever. Plus the social side of it too.
That's very important, isn't it? Yeah. Do you have a good active social side at the club?
Yes, we do. Yeah, we've got social members on the committee too. So, yeah.
What kind of things do you do in your social programme?
Skittles evening, bike rides, club tours to park runs and different venues. Bingo night, fundraising for charities.
Oh, you have to give me the dates.
I know.
Sounds
very
good.
Busy, yeah. 211 members, so yeah, very good.
And that's a lot of work to coordinate at the start of a registration year. So thanks for everything you're doing for the club, but also for EA as well. Much appreciated and
Lovely,
congratulations.
Thank you.
And the winner of the Club Leader of the Year is... Burton AC Club Treasurer and Kit Secretary Jackie Acton has demonstrated exceptional leadership at the club through her inclusive and empowering approach. She leads by example, displaying integrity and a positive attitude, and fosters a collaborative environment by actively involving volunteers in decision-making processes. Jackie provides training and development opportunities, enabling coaches and officials to enhance their skills and confidence, and for parents to learn about how to team manage. Jackie has been instrumental in securing local funding for seating and a stand at Burton AC, which will enable the club to host high-level competitions in the local area. And let's see a video all about Jackie. Jackie.
Congratulations, Jackie. Well done. Well done. We've got to face that way, I believe. Yeah, so that we can get our faces on candid camera there, you know. Many congratulations. Tell us a bit about your backstory. How did you get involved in the first place in leadership in the club?
I started off doing the register. Then the treasurer dropped out, so I've done that. Kit secretary, you name it. I've done it all. And I'm still doing it all at the minute. I keep saying I'm going to finish. So yes, I've had a week off, but I've been busy all week sorting out presentation night. So yeah, it doesn't stop.
So you must have learned a lot of skills over the time as a club leader. That experience is invaluable. Have you got people waiting in the wings to come through and take on some of the vast number of roles that you fulfill?
Not really. I keep advertising, come and help us. But some people say yes, and when the new application forms come in, the parents say they help out, say, come on then. I have got some signed up to be officials over the winter season.
Well, that's success.
Yeah.
That is success, because
Yeah.
too often they'll drop their children, I guess, and go and run themselves or go to the supermarket or something like that, yeah?
Shopping, but I have got some that have signed up to come officials over the winter season. So hopefully, that's it.
That's great. And what next for Jackie then? What's your ambition going into the autumn-winter period for the club and yourself as well?
Don't know. Whatever, he comes up with ideas over there. There's a certain person that comes up with ideas and then I just run with it. Club chairman, he says he wants something, and I'll just run with it.
Well, I remember you. I think you were an award winner last year, weren't you? Yes, I knew I'd seen you. So there's something very magical at Burton at the moment, and whatever it is in the water, you know, keep going. You're doing a wonderful job. We're all very proud of you.
The beer. It makes the beer sound. It must do something good for us.
It does.
Yes.
It does. Yes, Bass Ale, I remember as a young lad there. A lovely pint.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Keep up the great work. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Well done, Jackie, and I now hand over to Heidi, who will present the next award.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Heidi Bradley, Club Support Manager for East Midlands and Yorkshire and Humber regions, and it's my pleasure tonight to present the Club of the Year award this evening. I've really enjoyed working with and supporting clubs across the region over the past 12 months, and it's impossible to put into words the work and dedication by the thousands of volunteers who are involved. But I do want to thank each and every one of you for providing a safe, supportive and happy environment for athletes across all ages and abilities that take part in our sport. This Club of the Year award celebrates affiliated clubs who have strived to improve, whether that be working towards club standards or improving member experience. And tonight we're going to showcase 3 clubs who have been shortlisted for this award and were put forward again for a live public vote. Those shortlisted are Diamond Runners and Harbour Athletics Club. Links Run Club is a place of inclusion that thrives on a family feel with an atmosphere of positive encouragement where all athletes can be proud of their achievements and of others. Members and volunteers give back to the club and wider community through hard work, dedication and support, smashing PBs, turning up on dark evenings in the cold and rain, volunteering, pacing, cheering and competing at events. Members have supported St Barnabas, raising over £1,000 through a variety of fundraising activities. Member support at Diamond Runners is exceptional, with regular sessions and one-to-ones. The social aspects and inclusion is where it excels. The club support a local gym with a charity for knife crime and have been plug-in and provided specialist support for their female runners. The club also has supported other local clubs to become more inclusive and consider how they may face challenges. Every potential new member is warmly welcomed by Harbour AC and gets 2 free taster sessions and a buddy. Couch 5K programmes have a high conversion rate from graduates to members. The club website includes wellbeing and welfare sections and initiative launched by the welfare officers themselves. Car sharing is encouraged. Club kit is made from recycled material and old kit donated to the Jog On charity. The club also actively collaborates with partners in the community. So before I announce the results, let's see these 3 clubs in action.
We meet on Tuesdays and Thursdays for free flow and structured training. Let's hear from our members.
We are always friendly and inclusive. Everyone's welcome from 5K to Ultra.
Our coaching team are fantastic, designing sessions to meet our needs.
We love structured hill sessions. Lincoln is definitely not flat.
We meet in the rain a lot. Sometimes the sun even comes out.
Well-planned speed and endurance sessions make us better runners.
We celebrate all the time.
Strava segment.
Heart run PBs.
Race results.
New challenges.
And coming back from injury.
Most of all,
together we are better. Together we are Links Run Club. We are Diamond Runners.
Local historical tours.
Supporting the local running community by volunteering at parkrun.
Health and wellbeing workshops with a guest speaker.
Trail runs and technical workshops.
We've done plogging, which is a run walk, collecting litter in the community.
Supportive.
Sociable.
Positive.
Community minded.
Motivating.
Inclusive.
Thoughtful.
Encouraging.
All
And before I announce the results, I just want to say this was the hardest category to shortlist, with most nominations in the 14 years that I've been here. So congratulations to the 3 that made the shortlist. And in third place is...
Thank you very much.
You've got to face the camera. Have you ever been told we've got to face the camera, right? So, yeah. Brilliant. Well done, well done. Really tough category. And you seem to be having a bit of a clean sweep this evening, aren't you? You're doing well for your first time round, right?
First shout at the awards, 2 prizes. Everyone's a winner.
Absolutely. I'm really interested in terms of the fundraising and the fundraising you've done for St Barnabas. You know, what difference has that made on club morale and identity, really, as club members?
So we initially did the Heart Trail, which is a series of sculptured hearts around Lincoln, and we invited anyone from the area to come and run with us, and using our run leaders and some helpers, we led different groups around and raised money on the night. And it then stemmed from there that we adopted them as our charity for the year, so that we could keep raising money for them.
And we were talking earlier, actually, and you have 6 different locations around Lincoln. You know, how do you keep that sort of family feel about it? How do you keep your runners connected?
So it's a club with no home, really. We don't have a sports centre that we use all the time. We meet according to need. So if we need to run hills, we meet at the top of Lincoln where there's some hills. If we need to do intervals, we meet at the other side of Lincoln where it's flat. So people know what they're going to get. And by having set locations, even though there's 6 of them, people know week in, week out where they're going to meet and what sort of session to expect when they get there.
And we can see from the 2 videos we've seen this evening that you are a family. You know, what makes that so special? What do you do to make Link Run Club a family?
We talk to each other all the time, so we meet outside of club meets for Sunday long runs. If someone needs help with a race, we go help them. If they're racing and want support, we'll go out and support as a club to individual runners running. Those videos took about 30 takes on a rainy evening after a club session. The first take was perfect, but somebody decided they might have stuttered a bit, so 20 odd takes later, they were good.
Well, welcome to the awards, and let's hope we see more of you in the future. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, and in second place is... Congratulations. Go over to Tracy. Well done.
Actually, this is really, really special for me because this was one of my Run Leader mentors. So it was really nice to have one of the mentors here from Run Together and to be recognised. So I'm actually interested in your plogging, you know, and also your knife crime initiatives. So can you elaborate a little bit more about what you've been doing with plogging and also why you got involved in the knife crime initiative?
Well, yeah, plogging, it was something I saw on Instagram actually, and just thought it was like a really good idea because it could involve the community, not just runners but walkers as well. And actually, as we were going along sort of collecting litter in Rushden, we even picked up other members of the public who sort of joined in on the next one. So it became a real sort of community project. And we've recently done one last Saturday, and we joined up with the Welly Wombles. And they do litter picking every 2 weeks. So I think that's something going ahead we're going to try and carry on doing.
Well, it's a new take on the welly wanging, isn't it, I suppose? So, I mean, next you'll be running in your wellies, right? And then your knife crime initiative, you know, why is it important, do you think, that the club is involved?
It was basically a local gym and boxing club that had put a post up on Facebook about they were going to organise a 3K fun run to raise money for charity to fight against knife crime, and they're going to basically offer free boxing for youngsters. And because there was a run involved, I thought it'd be a good idea for us to get involved and actually go along to the fundraising day, and we had our hurdles up and got the kids involved in having a bit of fun.
It's fabulous. We heard that actually you've supported other clubs in being more inclusive. What sort of advice did you give them?
On that basis, it's really with some of the other clubs we liaise with. They run at different times in the evening, and anybody that wants to join our club but unfortunately can't make our times, we've got to pass them on and just talking about basically working together rather than working against each other.
So what are you going to add to your repertoire then moving forward?
I think over the winter now it's going to be encouraging people still to come out in the crappy weather. Yeah.
Working together really to.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Super. Well done, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. Wow, another one with you're going to need to get a bigger, cabinet, aren't you, for these? But congratulations. How does it feel to be Club of the Year?
I think it's probably the proudest moment in my athletic career, and I've been running with the club for 57 years now. Not this club, but this club for 37 years. So yeah, it's a tremendous feeling.
What do you think sets you apart to make you so successful as a club?
It's just the enormous number of people willing to work for the club, develop our running, develop our athletics, particularly with the juniors, but also all age groups. We've got a very strong masters team as well. So it's just that enthusiasm across a whole range of activity, different events, different ages, different abilities. It's just electric to see on a Tuesday and a Monday night.
Moving to your Couch 5K, we heard that you had really high retention rates and conversion rates. Why is that? What are you doing that you can add some advice to some of the other clubs?
Well, I think it's because of the welcome that we give the Couch to 5K starters on our Tuesday night session. They come along, they feel part of the club, I think, from the moment they step in through the door. There's always those moments of nervousness and anxiety, but I think they see what a friendly place it is, and after they've done the 10 weeks training and graduated, so many of them want to join that, which is great.
Amazing, well done. Congratulations on your award.
The bar or nip to the loo, we'll have around 10 minutes, so then if you can get back in, that'll be great. Thank you. Yeah, okay, Carl's going to start the second half.
Okay, welcome back everyone. The next award is the Coach of the Year award. This award celebrates the importance of coaching and how this improves the athlete and club experience. It highlights commitment and time coaches provide on a voluntary basis to help athletes and clubs. And the runner-up is Angela Fellows. I'm going to embarrass you first, okay? Angela has inspired and developed her athletes through a multifaceted approach and incorporating a variety of innovative methods. She has curated training sessions tailored to each athlete's strengths and goals, treating all with the same level of care and attention, whatever their standard. Angela has fostered mental resilience in her athletes using techniques such as visualization and promoting growth mindset. Angela places a strong emphasis on celebrating progress and achievements, no matter how small, which boosts morale and encourages continuous effort. Angela, if you'd like, video montage. Come up and get your award.
I didn't recognise you. You've changed your hair colour. It suits you. Yes. This is a regular theme, is it?
Yeah.
Congratulations on being runner-up. It was really interesting to see the balance, the balance that you need to keep your athletes when you've got different varying skill levels. How do you keep those motivations going when you've got those athletes with all very different skill levels?
I think it's just being aware of each of the athletes' abilities, because we've got physical disabilities, we've got Down syndrome, there's neurodiversity there. And it's just being aware and being on cue and understanding their behaviours and working closely with them to get the best out of them.
And how do you keep them feeling valued and supported?
I think it's, as Carl said, it's about celebrating every little achievement. So this year was the first year that Francis I think he becomes a Masters this year. He's got Down syndrome, and it was the first time he's ever competed on a track at the club championships. And it's just those tiny little achievements and focusing on, one of the key things that I always say is focus on your own lane. You can't control what everybody else is doing, but focus on what you're doing yourself. So, yeah.
That's amazing. And then finally, what strategies do you have to keep the moral high, your moral high and theirs?
I think for me, athletics is my safe place. I started competing at 11. I coached for a number of years at Chesterfield, went down to Burton to take my daughters down to throws, the throws coach down there. So that's why I've gone down there. I think it's... after a long, hard day at work, sometimes all you want to do is wind down. But actually, when I get there, the actual energy that it brings to me, I think it just follows through to the kids as well. So I really enjoy it.
And you talked about those little moments, the personal best moments. There must be one that just stands out that you remember that you're very proud of.
I think probably for one young lady that she was absolutely petrified of competing for the first time, and just seeing her get on the track and actually make that start, she made the start. Even on the start line, she was going to walk away from the track, and just seeing her finish. She went up there and finished the race, and it then built up from there. It was a major achievement to her, but to so many it might not mean that much to them, but to her it was.
And it all started with you. Well done.
Thank you.
And the winner of our Coach of the Year award is... So, a few words first. Kevin has athletes from under 13 through to veterans over 70 and attends competitions regardless of where they are. That level of commitment, care and support is shown in his athletes' performances and desire to make him proud. His calm nature provides a relaxed environment for his athletes. His commitment is also shown through his flexibility with training sessions, including during exam seasons, where he holds early sessions so the youngsters can revise in the evening. He takes time to understand individuals' needs and tailors their training appropriately. A short video.
Kevin is such a knowledgeable, dedicated and inclusive coach who wants the best for all of his athletes regardless of their ability.
He's put together amazing training plans. He gives him support and advice pre and then great feedback after every race.
Kevin Smith's belief in young athletes is nothing but contagious, and with that generations have gone on to do amazing things.
Thank you for helping with my training and become a better athlete.
Thank you, Kevin, for all the work you've been doing with Victoria, encouraging her and supporting her.
Thank you for believing in him and for your guidance it has been instrumental to his success this year.
You work so hard, you give up so many hours for all your athletes on a voluntary basis.
He's been a fantastic coach for me 27 years ago.
Joining Kevin, I see a lot of improvement in myself, and he puts a lot of time into training.
He is at every single competition, no matter if there's one athlete going, 10 athletes going, he will always be there.
And he always goes to extreme lengths to go to your competitions.
So big up Kev, we love you and good luck.
Thank you so much for everything you do for us, Kev.
Thank you so much.
And he really deserves all the accolades he gets.
And you truly deserve this award.
Good luck,
Good
Kev.
I'm not sure I can follow that, actually. I think they've probably said it all. But congratulations, Kevin, a really well-deserved award. And you're clearly very well respected and loved by the members of your club.
Looks like it.
Yeah. I want to ask you, because, in the write-up and in your bio, it was very much around, working with younger athletes and also veteran athletes as well, the whole range. How do you manage that diversity within your athletes and keep them motivated? And how have you managed to perhaps adapt those training plans to accommodate everybody?
Well, I've been coaching for a long time now, and I've coached a young athlete all the way through from being 13 years of age all the way through being a Great Britain International, senior and junior, going to the World Championship. So that was when I was a level 1, level 2 coach. So in that time, I learned so much, and so I can now use that information that I've gained over the years and apply it to each individual. They all have their individual training plans and race plans that I put together at the beginning of the season. I sit them down with goal set, excuse me, and it's basically from there really. And each one is an individual, So that's important.
And we talked about your longevity in the sport. How do you think you've adapted your own coaching style over the years?
Well, I think flexibility is key. Back in the day, I was a little bit more stern because my background's martial arts, so you tend to be a little bit stricter in the early days, but I've learned to mellow a little bit and become a little bit sort of firm and fair, if you know what I mean. But they're there to do the work. You're just helping them to get along and make the best of their potential.
We heard about the healthy balance between academia and personal life, and obviously being an athlete. How do you balance that?
Well, it's important that they get their academia right. I mean, a lot of the athletes have come in the recent past. They've gone to Loughborough and various other universities. It's important to make sure that they get that academia behind them, because those athletes who've gone to Loughborough have flourished under there, and also other universities that they've gone to. So that's important. Get them the best education they can. Some of my athletes are now thinking of going to America, so great. So I've got some target times set by one or two individual athletes. It's a bit of a stretch. So, I've got my work cut out in some places, but let's hope they can get there.
What is the recipe for success then, to be a really good coach like clearly you are?
Listening. I think it's important to make sure that you're in tune with what the athletes not only just on the track, but what's happening in their lives in general. Not to be too nosy or whatever, but there are a lot of things in their lives that impacts them, and it impacts their racing, and you can see it when they turn up to training or competition. So getting in tune with each individual, getting to know each individual and what makes them tick, really.
And what's your next goal then?
I've got a young lady who's expecting a second child, and we worked well. She's already sitting down and looking at when baby number 2, it's about November. So, so I'm looking at her plan at the moment and see hopefully that she can run in the indoors in 2025-26 season. So that's the best one at the moment.
As long as she don't get pregnant again, of course.
I don't think she will.
Well, thank you so much and congratulations.
No problem. Thank you.
Right, our next award is Contribution to Athletics and Running. And this award is sponsored by Sports Shoes, with the winner receiving a £50 voucher. Ooh. So this category celebrates individuals or organisations who have provided excellent opportunities to increase participation and provide quality experiences within clubs or the competition network. And the runner-up for this category is... Kathy Ralph. So, Kathy is a founding member and secretary of Desborough and Rothwell Running Club since 2013, and she's now membership secretary, run leader, coordinator and coach. And under her direction, the club worked with a GP surgery to provide a very successful community Couch to 5K walking group led by club LERF members who had previously qualified with her support and encouragement. Improved fitness by the end of the course meant some were no longer classed as diabetic and others had significantly improved their mental health and well-being. So let's look at a video montage.
Well done, Kathy.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Much is made of the health impacts of our sport. You're obviously bringing that to life through the local project. Tell us a bit more about what inspired you to get that project underway.
Well, then the doctors approached us. They actually asked us to do Couch to 5K running, but when they described the people that we were going to be taking really high BMIs, I thought, this is probably not going to work. So we put together with Northamptonshire Sports a Couch to 5K walking programme, and we started the first week with a 15-minute walk, and it was unbelievable the number of people that can't do that. They can't walk for 15 minutes. And within 8 weeks, we got them to walk in 5K continuously, go into the local park runs, taking part in the communities, and people were coming off anxiety medication. They were no longer at risk of type 2 diabetes, and we've now got a permanent walking section. So we run that before, because we're all runners, we also do the walking group prior to that. So it's great, and it's one of the times in the week I would say I laugh the most, because they're people who have had such a journey. Because as runners, I don't think we appreciate walking and what it does, and the journey those people have made has been incredible, and even more so than the runners. And I love the running group, but the walking, we just laugh all the way round, because they're people that have had a lot of mental health problems, and it's just, they appreciate nature. Desborough's in the sticks. So it's sort of walking. We've got a few of our locals here from Harbour and Diamonds, but, you know, it is in the middle of nowhere. And so we're out in the countryside, and it's so good for you, even in the dark.
Well, I hope the Health Secretary is watching this live stream, because obviously much has been made recently about the role of sport in terms of cross-cutting agendas, health, crime prevention, regeneration, education. It would be nice if this kind of project was enshrined into GP referral programmes.
Yes, it is brilliant, because the lady actually who does the social referring did one of our Couch to 5K walking groups, but then she stopped running when she had her children and life got way too complicated. And it was so good to have that, you know, and to people come to us, and it's just, you know, people with some of them really complex. One lady at the first session told me, I can't walk more than sort of 10 minutes, I fall over. So we had to spend the whole session with like a coach either side ready to catch her. So, you know, but she did it, and we got around parkrun, you know, and it's brilliant.
Well, great project. Thanks for everything you're doing, and good luck moving forward.
Thank you.
Well done.
So, on to the winner for this category. Trevor and Stella Jolly. So, Trevor and Stella have been the mainstay behind the scenes of Derbyshire Mini League and Derbyshire County Track and Field and Cross Country Championships. They are a reassuring presence at competitions, supporting team managers with administration. They assign athlete numbers, publish results promptly on the day, resolve problems, and take care of athlete queries in a calm and timely manner. Trevor and Stella are the best role models for how to do a job while making it easier for others to get and stay involved.
Trevor and Stella's involvement in the sport is long and varied. From being athletes themselves and their daughters, through to officiating and coaching. But this nomination is to recognise their role that is well and truly behind the scenes. They can be found on competition days, in clubhouses, in trailers, in tiny rooms, and even in the back of a camper van, I can once recall, processing those days' competition results. They have been and continue to be the essential double act at Derbyshire Athletics organised events, our mini leagues, county championships, track and field, cross country and sports hall. With their cheery efficiency, they are ever present, reliable and so dependable.
I have done mini league track and field, sports hall and cross country, and none of it would be possible without Trevor and Stella.
This nomination is so well deserved, and the Derbyshire athletics community are very fortunate to have you. Good luck, Trevor and Stella, and enjoy your evening.
Thank you. Who's having the money? Who's having the money?
Trevor, Stella, come and join me. One either side, I think, looking at the camera. Congratulations. What does this award mean to you?
Oh, it's very nice to be recognised, and we enjoy every minute of what we do. It's really nice, and just want to say thank you to everybody for nominating us.
Well, that's great. I mean, long service, long service. And you're a team, obviously, that work hand in glove together. Any tensions from time to time at all? Any tensions?
As if. I do the typing, he goes out and sorts out all the problems and keeps the programme running, and I just type things in and get them printed out. That's it.
Is that your version of events?
More or less. Someone's got to do the donkey work, but I do very well.
And joking aside, what keeps you going year after year after year?
Oh, satisfaction of getting the job done, really. It's got a beginning and end, and that's the way I like to do the things. And this provides that outlet, you know, tidying up, setting it up, getting the results out, dealing with the queries, satisfying the problems. Always embarrassing.
And you must have seen some wonderful athletes come through Derbyshire Athletics, and also some wonderful volunteers who have gone on to, you know, bigger things, if you like.
We have seen many through the original Kirkcallam Athletics Club, and then Amber Valley Athletics Club. We have seen a lot of athletes go on to great things. It's really good.
And Chris Cohen's from Derbyshire as well, I believe, isn't he? Yeah.
Yes.
Saw
So,
him on telly the other day.
yes, indeed, he's everywhere.
He is. He is. Very much so.
And what next?
I don't know. Just carry on doing what I'm doing. I'd find it difficult not to.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Absolutely. I mean, Trev maintains the programme, the results programmes. He develops them, puts a lot of work into it, so I just do the donkey work.
It's more than that. Thank you for everything that you do for our great sport, and good luck moving forward. Keep working as a team, and we're all very proud of you. Congratulations. Thank you.
So our penultimate award of this evening is for the Inspiring Official of the Year. And I said a little earlier that I was particularly pleased that I got to present the Leader Award, and I'm equally pleased about this because I am ageing, unfortunately. I'm now well into my master's years, and so don't race quite as much as I used to. And so I spend most of the summer with a stopwatch in my hand, and so I see all around me, irrespective of what the discipline they're doing, just how integral officials are to our sport and how important it is to bring forward new officials, and therefore these people we're going to announce are very much part of that inspiration journey. This award celebrates excellence across officiating. This could be service to the sport for many years, the dedication and commitment an individual has shown to the progress through the officiating pathway, officiating at major competitions, or an official who has gone above and beyond. Tonight we are celebrating the dedication given by 3 individuals, all of whom are winners tonight in this category. Our first winner in the category is Suzanne Lyons. Suzanne has a fantastic personality that really shines at any athletics meeting she attends. As a level 4 field judge and level 1 starter and starter's assistant, she officiates regularly at many meetings. Her positive can-do attitude is infectious and creates a real team spirit. She is happy to spend development time with any official. Suzanne communicates with the athletes, adapting her style to suit their needs, and the way in which she engages with parents, coaches and other officials is something to admire. And let's see a short video about Sue.
I've nominated Suzanne Lyons. Suzanne Lyons is a really good official. She understands the athletes' focus, needs. She's always the first to ask how the athletes are, how their experiences are going. She's always there to kind of help other officials, especially new ones, in learning the ropes. And she always has a smile on her face and is a very hard worker. So I could not think of a better person to nominate than Suzanne.
Suzanne. Well done. You had a very illustrious speaker nominated there, because I know that gentleman quite well, as I'm sure of my colleagues.
For those of you who don't know, Mark Ritchie is the officials manager at England Athletics. So, still smiling, Suzanne? It's not that bad. We've heard that obviously you support new officials. So what advice do you give to an individual who's just starting out on their officials journey?
Ask questions. Don't just think you're there. Just sort of anybody, higher grade, lower grade, just ask. Ask anything you're not sure of, because we all try and work as a team. It's not an individual, it's a team, especially in the field and the start team as well, which I've just started this year, and found that looking from the start, because I've gone to the lowest level, being this part of that team is just brilliant, and you do learn things more by being part of the team.
So you're starting a new journey officiating. What prompted you to decide to do something different again?
I don't know, I just fancied something different and a different outlook, and it's also important to see athletics not just from a field but from the start team as well. You look at it from a different perspective and how you work on the track, on the field, and how you work as different teams. Even though you are start team, the field team, you do have to, think of the other side. Like starting, you've got to wait for the field, you've got to wait for the start, vice versa. So it is part of a team again, but a bigger team.
Always good to learn, never too old to learn new tricks, right? And what sort of qualities do you think then you need to be an official?
Sorry. I'm trying to hide. Listen and take advice. That's all you can do, just listen. Brilliant. And take what you can.
And then looking forward, what are your personal goals for officiating? What have you still got in your bag?
I'd like to do a real international meet, like Commonwealth or something like that would be nice to finish off, but also improve my starting and fit team as well. Getting further with that.
Thank you, Suzanne, and well done.
Well done, Suzanne. And our second winner in this category is... Paul Smith. Paul is a reassuring and calm person in all types of situations. He's a level 4 field judge and a level 3 endurance official, volunteering at all levels of competition, and has officiated as chief judge referee at numerous televised events. Paul always treats athletes, coaches, parents and his fellow officials with the utmost respect, dealing with anything challenging in a professional, respectful and open manner. Paul is courteous, supportive, encouraging and always has time to speak to colleagues who wish to ask any questions or clarity on any role, duty or process for their learning and development. Let's see a short video about Paul.
I have known and officiated with Paul for many years. He's a level 4 field judge, level 3 endurance official, regularly officiates locally, regionally and nationally. He's judged at Olympic Games, he's been chief judge at Commonwealth Games, European Championships, World Championships. He also takes on management roles such as meeting manager and competition director, especially at regional level. In endurance, professional expertise in health and safety means that he's often safety manager at Northern and England cross-country events. He's also a race adjudicator and is involved with the management of race adjudicators in his area. Paul's also recently been the lead on the National Field Event Peer Group. I've always found him to be a knowledgeable, dedicated official who's highly respected by his peers. He's always approachable, readily offering support and advice. He's always got the best interest of colleagues at heart and is encouraging and helpful when it comes to developing officials. He's an excellent communicator, team leader and manager. He's the person you can trust, talk to and rely on. An ideal role model for developing officials and rightly worthy of recognition. Best of luck to you, Paul.
Now, I guess Paul is probably putting the final touches to a duty sheet this evening because, as you might have noticed, as no one's racing to the front, Paul can't be with us this evening, but well done anyway to Paul on his award. And our final winner in this category is... It's the true definition of an athletics official: positive, engaging, hard-working and committed to the sport. As a level 4 field judge, he is on the field most weekends at all levels of the sport, from local club competitions to televised meetings. As one of the representatives of the Tri-Regional Officials Group, Jim does a tremendous amount of work to support officials progressing to levels 3 and 4. Jim has an excellent level of knowledge of the sport, which is evident when officials seek his guidance. Every person Jim interacts with is greeted with a friendly smile and a warm welcome, which has earned him the respect of many athletes, coaches, parents and officials. And let's see a video about Jim.
I've had the pleasure of knowing Jim Pearson for over 20 years. I've always found him very respectful, very knowledgeable and very helpful. No matter what the job is, whether it's a field judge, field referee, technical manager or clerk of course, he's always there to help out. You never have to ask him twice to do anything. He always volunteers, always one of the first ones to be there, always one of the last ones to leave. Absolute pleasure.
It would appear both Paul and Jim are working on the same duty sheets because Jim is also not here tonight, but obviously I'm sure we'd like to congratulate both of them again on their awards. And we leave, of course, the final award to our regional chair, Jane.
Right, so the final category this evening is services to athletics and running, and I'm privileged to be chair to get this role to do this award. So this category recognises the outstanding service of those volunteers who have made sustained and significant contributions to athletics or running for at least 15 years. So tonight we are celebrating two outstanding individuals and the impact they have had on our sport, their clubs and their local communities. And our first winner is... So, since 1970, Steve has competed in track, road and cross-country. This includes competing over 50 marathons internationally and with a personal best of 2 hours, 23 minutes, which is very good. As a volunteer, Steve was involved in the merger that created Mansfield Harriers and helped it to become the charitable trust that is now responsible for the management of Berry Hill Athletics Track. Steve is an official, but has also volunteered at least 3 times a week over the last 40 years, including roles in team management, coaching, fundraising and volunteer coordinator. He's also been responsible for recruiting 30 volunteers to marshal the car parking for the National Cross Country Relays every year since 1989. So I assume that's your job again this year then, Steve. Steve's contribution has made local athletics inclusive, sustainable and enjoyable. Now I've got a video.
Thank you for the nomination from Mansfield Harriers. I've been a member here for over 40 years. Started way back in 1980. My first event for the club was a North Midlands Cross Country League down in Leicester. Since then I've become a team manager for the senior men and the senior women, and I'm also a committee member, a level 2 track judge, a level 2 coach, which I've been now for 10 years. I represented the club down in the London Marathon when I was a member, and I ran 2 hours and 23 minutes. So again, that was another highlight. But now coaching is something that I'm heavily involved in, and that has given me just as much joy as the running in my days. I mean, I've represented Nottinghamshire, the Midlands, North Wales, Wales, Great Britain in road, cross country and track. And now I'm bringing all that experience into my coaching and coaching middle and long distance here at the club now.
That's why he's hobbling up.
Yeah, why you see him? I'm at that age now, you see.
Come over here, Steve. Good to see you, Steve. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Obviously, an accomplished athlete,
Yes.
turned volunteer.
That's right, yes.
Years of commitment to the sport. What's been your driving motivation?
Just enjoyment. I just love it. Obviously, as I said, I started over 40 years ago. Went to Bury Hill, joined there, and then progressed. Got into road running. Marathons was my forte. And then my golden years, I was lucky enough to be coached by Bud Baldaro. When I ran till I was 22, ran for Great Britain. And then as the years have gone on, I've got more involved advising and helping people. And then as we've all said tonight, volunteering. My first one was I became a track judge because the club needed track judge for Masters, track and field. So I qualified. And it's like everything else. Once you get that role, no one else wants to come along and take it on. And so then team manager's role, again, I've ended up with it now for the last 20 odd years again because no one wants it. But because I compete myself, that has to take a backstage because I'm busy team managing now. But coaching, as I said on the video there, I've been doing that for 10 years or more now, and it's just something that I really enjoy. Giving back, helping people that, you know, have come to me and asking me for advice because I'm from the old school and I'm not into these social websites that put training programs out because I don't believe in them. You know, it's a one-to-one situation. So, yeah, I just love it and enjoying it at the club. I mean, as an example, on Tuesday night, I'm not the head coach, but I help the middle distance. And just in our group alone, we had 60 athletes from under 13s up to masters, just in the middle distance group. And it's just great to see. And it's giving something back, the old adage, you know, giving something back, something I enjoy, and all my experience, you know, and knowledge I've gleaned over the years. It's just nice to give it all back.
And yourself, Pat,
Yeah.
David, the
Yeah,
team,
that's right.
recognition last year in the awards as well, and so fitting.
Yeah.
I remember being at the celebration dinner just shortly before lockdown in 2020, and we were all going, will we, won't we, at that time. But it was really a kind of celebration of the fact that Bury Hill was back,
Yeah.
the club was back, and now look at all these plaudits coming. You must be so
Oh,
proud.
it's just fantastic. As Patrick's, you know, he's the driving force behind the club, but the club is just growing back, you know. We've risen from the ashes, as they say, you know, from when we were, you know, abandoned from the, you know, the club, and it's just great. The club is just going and going, and it's just great to see.
It's marvellous, and
Yeah,
we're
it
all...
is, yes, yeah.
It's,
I'm just part of I'm a small cog in a big team there, you know, so it's just great to be there, like Victoria and everyone else, you know, it's just fantastic.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Congratulations,
Thank you
Steve.
very much.
Thank you.
Right, and on to our final winner for this award, who is... John Hallett. So John started his officiating journey nearly 50 years ago. So initially as a field judge and then as a starter's assistant. He was a starter's assistant at the 2012 Olympics, for which he's been very proud. He is committed to supporting fixtures within Nottinghamshire, and John has been instrumental in gaining approval for the county's electronic starting equipment. He worked with a starter to produce and trial the system and now takes it to local fixtures and campaigns vigorously to get more Notts clubs to train in its use so they can use it too. He is a fabulous mentor, always looking to bring on new officials and support them. We have a video. These are the words from Steve and Angie Rowe regarding John Hallett. John is a special person with the athlete's interest totally at heart. He has been officiating for 46 years and can be seen starting as a starter's assistant or marksman at both track and field or cross-country meetings for young athletes and older athletes alike. His bounding enthusiasm and total commitment in encouraging athletes to achieve their best is phenomenal. He is just as happy officiating a mini-league as he is at a national event. He cheers on athletes and encourages athletes to do the same for their fellow race competitors. His accolade was being invited to be a starter's assistant at the London 2012 Olympics. He was a very proud man. John also does a great deal of work for the Nottinghamshire 3As and has been president and has recently been made a life vice president. His timeless commitment never fails, striving to ensure that the association goes from strength to strength, steering and motivating members for the benefit of not only athletes but our officials and volunteers alike. John is sincere and can only be described as a person with a heart of gold and passion where athletics is concerned. He really deserves this award, and knowing John, he would not think it was a personal award, but an award he can share with the Nottinghamshire County of Athletics with pride. That's Angie and Steve wrote. It's only me speaking it because their computer broke. So.
Come and have a few words, John.
I'm not sure I can.
Oh.
Really?
Let's start with an easy one, because this must come off the chest and out the voice very quickly. What was 2012 like in London?
A humbling experience. I realised I was very fortunate to be chosen, but I think it was the occasion that unified Britain. Going on the early morning tube to the various meetings that we had to attend, the country became alive. If you ever work on the tubes in London or go to work on the tube, nobody ever speaks to each other. But during that 3 weeks for the Olympics and the 2 weeks for the Paras, everybody was proud to be involved as a Brit. And I'm not speaking as a nationalist or anything in any form whatsoever, but I am a great believer that sport is a unification of peoples. And I know that we have troubles in the world at the moment which probably shouldn't have never take place. But the only way we can rely upon the troubles stopping is for young people to be able to take part with enthusiasm and affection for each other.
Hear, hear. I know. Whew. That was good. Now, Jane's twin sister on there said some wonderful things about you. Wonderful things about you. What does Nottinghamshire athletics mean to you?
Very much people. I've been very lucky. I mean, when I give my little talks from time to time, I say that my first competitive race was as a 7-year-old child. And at the end of the race, people would pat me on the back and rubbing their head and saying, what a wonderful race it had been. And it wasn't until many years later that I realised it came last. But I think in this respect, again going back to the sport ethic, that it's the encouragement of other people that are the inspiration to athletics generally, locally. I mean, most of the faces here are all deserve one of these. And to be singled out as an individual, I mean, I really don't know what to say, Chris. I mean, I am overcome.
Well, we're all humbled by the words that you spoke at the start. Thank you. We can all resonate with that. And our world does need sport. We all know that. Let's hope some others are watching this who are in positions of authority that can make change, genuine change, global change. We wish you all the very best. Thank you for everything that you've given to our sport and continue to give. Thank you, John. Cheers.
I'd like to invite Chris up for one final presentation and to finish.
And the words are there already.
Yeah, they're there
Okay.
for you.
So,
Keep you succinct.
succinct, not 45 minutes. Before we close this evening, we have one more presentation to make. This year, England Athletics have teamed up yet again with Room to Reward, who are a unique charity that work in partnership with hotel partners across the country. Here's a short video to tell you a little more.
Room to Reward is a unique charity created to say thank you to volunteers in the form of a short break. Our hotel partners, located all over the UK, donate breaks in their unsold rooms. Charities, community groups, grassroots sports clubs, any organisation that rely on volunteers to do what they do, nominate some of those volunteers for a well-earned break, and we make it happen. It's about giving those who give up so much time to help others the opportunity to take some time back for themselves. We are delighted to be supporting the England Athletics Volunteer Awards. It's amazing to see and hear and read about the incredible impact that all your volunteering efforts make, and we look forward to arranging some special experiences and well-earned breaks thanks to our wonderful hotel partners.
So, Room to Reward have provided a voucher for each region to give to one of their volunteers at their events. After much deliberation, the regional panel decided that this would go to, drum roll, our newcomer to Volunteering Award, Victoria Toyne. Congratulations, Victoria. It's with delight I'm able to say a few words at the end to thank you all for coming this evening. It's been a lovely evening with some fantastic lived experience that has been shared with us during the last few hours. Some great food, some great company, and some very worthy finalists and winners. I'd just like to say the words that were just spoken really about everyone being winners. You are standard bearers for what is a nationwide effort, if you like. Our sport would not be able to support and nourish the 175,000 registered athletes from the ages of as young as 4 and 5 up to the late 80s into the early 90s without the work of volunteers in 1,450 member clubs, 350 member bodies, I think 2,500 licensed off-track multi-terrain events that take place every calendar year, the 3,500 run leader-led groups providing opportunities for around 230,000 social runners as part of the Run Together programme. Of course, the figures that come out from Sport England show that outside of our club sport, there are around 6 million people that run in this country. It'd be great if we could bring more into the club fold, of course. The 21,000 licensed coaches, coaching assistants, leaders, the 4,000 technical officials, and other countless volunteers, team managers, chairs, secretaries, treasurers, social officers. Vitally important, this mammoth effort that makes our sport as great as it is. And those performances that we witnessed in Paris, the Olympics and the Paralympics, would not be possible without you as volunteers. Every Keeley Hodgkinson started in their school, in their club, with their first coach, and has developed onwards to where they are now, supported by 2 brilliant coaches in Trevor and Jenny. And I'm sure if she was here and other Olympians and Paralympians were here, they would say exactly the same as I'm saying to you now. Thank you for everything that you give to our great sport. Long may that continue, please. We need more volunteers coming in, of course. It is challenging, particularly in these post-pandemic years. Busy lifestyles, lots of pull on people's time, but you are a magnet for that effort. You're going to motivate people to get involved, and we'll do our best to support that effort as well. So thank you. Please have a drink. The bar's still open. Please stay and talk and share your love of our great sport, and take care. Thank you.
And of course, we need photos of all the award winners in front of our posters before you disappear for your drinks.
I missed that.
First of all the winners as a group photo. We could try and get everybody as well, and then I'll do an individual one of every single person who wants one in front of the banner. We'll put these all online.